Hey guys, it's September 17th, 2014, and we are gearing up for our 2014 Hemophilia Walk. This year our team is Sean Sentinels, which Sentinels means guardian. And I just wanted to first clear things up. I'm not going to ask you to dump things on your head or set yourself on fire or run around naked and donate money. So just let's clear that up right now. But what I wanted to do is, I recently, in a conversation with a friend of mine, discovered that maybe a video, a quick clip, just to kind of show another aspect of hemophilia from a standpoint that not the little cute videos of, you know, what you're used to of him saying he plays baseball, but he infuses, 4,000 times a year, and nothing about his little pictures of when he was 12 months old with a big goose egg. Although all those images are very vivid, it's just something that I think people take for granted sometimes when dealing with an illness. It's not really about feeling sorry for somebody. It's just more about understanding the disease and understanding what a family goes through. And so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to kind of throw it out there. 13 years ago, this was dumped into my lap by God, and I've honestly have hit my knees. I've screamed, I've prayed, I've cursed, I've felt like I've lost it several times. I've cried with Sean. He's cried to me. I've watched him suffer mentally as far as with his pride. He wants to be the best at everything because he knows he can't control this. And I've just relied on the strength of the Lord to teach him that you can't change things. I mean, you just have to accept the things you can't change. And so just to kind of enlighten you a little bit, this last bleed, I know I posted on Facebook for some support for prayer, and that made him feel 100 times better. So thank you guys for all of that. But I wanted to kind of enlighten you on the costs that surrounded that. And yes, I am very blessed to have been at my company for 12 years, and we have benefits. And so I do have insurance that helps pay for this. But I'll just show you really quick. Let me just adjust my screen here. You guys can see that this is the last medical visit. Okay, that's a total of $99,108.24. That was the medication that we used when the bleed started, as well as the hospital visit, and then also medication to treat the bleed for 10 days after. So that right there is a quick rundown of just what one bleed would do. If you go to the total spent per year, so far for the 8 months that from January 8th to September 10th, you can see the total is $217,758.98. So that is what we've spent so far on medicine. And then I want to show you something that caught my attention. Forbes magazine does research on various things that cost money. So I'm sure everybody's familiar with that. And they did a study on the 10 events or conditions that are most commonly expensive. And these are the top 10. And you can see, again, HIV, 25,000, cancer, 49, 51 for transplant, 61 for stroke, 62 for hemophilia, 72 for heart attack, 75 for coronary artery disease, 173,000 for renal failure, 101,000 for premature baby, and 314,000 for respiratory failure on a ventilator. Now, I can honestly tell you that I have known somebody with cancer. My mom passed away in 2009. She had cancer for 7 years, and I just happened to do her medical bills. So I do know that yes, cancer is a lot more expensive than $49,000. However, her treatment was kind of maintained for 6 of the 7 years. And the last year was basically her fight. So it didn't last more than a year. But during that year, it did get really expensive. Hemophilia at $62,000, I just showed you $99,000 just for one bleed. The average spent is $250,000 to $300,000 just for the medicine, and that's without the bleed. And then, but this goes up with weight. So you price the medicine per unit. So the heavier he gets, the more he grows, the more the money, the more it's going to cost for him to treat his bleeds, or to treat his do his prophy dose, which prevents the bleeds. So just kind of a rundown. I'm not discrediting any of the diseases that I read, but I do know I did go through and do some research. My grandmother had a stroke last year. My father-in-law had a heart attack this year. So, I do know that people in these positions, and I'm not discrediting them at all. I do know they're expensive, but I also know that they're maintaining, now. So, a couple doctor visits a year. But this doesn't. This continues, and it's with education and help spreading the word that we get our funds. We're able to put together community events, chapter events, where the boys can get together, and because this is a very rare disease and there's not a lot of knowledge about it, and it makes Sean feel comforted to know that he has a kid that he met at camp 2 hours away that lives 20 minutes from here, that he didn't know. But if we hadn't gone to camp, he wouldn't have known. So these types of things that we do through Texan is to raise money to promote awareness, and to also provide support for these boys. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. I am going to challenge myself. If I raise $1,500 by October 17th, I have agreed to let my kids dress me up in whatever attire they choose, and you guys know their sense of humor, so this could be pretty crazy. But I will walk around the DFW area, and I will not tell anyone why I'm doing it, but I will walk into the store and onto sporting events. If we have a tournament that weekend, I have no idea what I have planned that weekend, but I will do it. So my goal is $1,500. So any support I can get would be greatly appreciated. You can go online at the link below and donate. Thanks.